What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I'm your boy Juan G, and filling in for Kike this week, we have the pod masters, if you will, my favorite nerds, the Film Addicts podcast. What's up, boys? Thank you for joining me.
What's happening?
Hi.
What's going on?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Very nice, very nice. Addy, how are you?
I'm alive.
Hey, you know what? That's all we can be happy for, right? Every day, just waking up.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Mr. Kike, he's not able to film this week, so I figured I'd call up you guys. I sent out the turned on the podcast signal, sent it out to you guys. You guys answered the call.
It's just a microphone outline.
Yes,
in the thing. Yeah.
It's not a bat. It's just a microphone with the circle around it, and it's in the clouds, and you guys seen it from your respective
this
countries.
is what happens when I see it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the light goes up,
Yeah.
and I'm ready to pod.
Yeah.
I'm ready to pod.
Exactly. We all just love it.
I
Yeah.
love to pod.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do something a little bit different than what we've done before. We're just gonna have a chat. We had talked about it privately, Regs. You and I were, and then you thought that it might be cool to talk about some movie theater experiences that we've had.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. It sounds like a lot of fun. So we're gonna get into that. But before that, let's dive into a little bit of nerd news. So one thing,
I don't know. That was
That's
supposed
like
to be the
old timey
bulletin thing,
bulletin thing. Yeah, I like it. That's awesome.
but I sounded like fucking R2D2 catching a beat.
One thing I did see, I can't remember if we talked about it on another episode, but Jackie Chan's is the stunt team that's working on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, it was. We did that story on our last episode. That's fucking wild to me. I don't know. Everybody else is like, yeah, of course, but it's Jackie Chan. You know?
Yeah. I would see that if it was like Shang-Chi that he was doing it on. I was like, oh yeah, that fits.
Right.
But it's like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I wonder what. I think it's because he's done a lot of like city choreography, city like fights and stuff like that. Like Rumble in the Bronx is probably my favorite Jackie Chan movie all time.
Really?
Yes, from a kid. I think that I remember that as like one of my first films of watching of him.
I think
that's one of my
probably the first film of his that I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, when I think back Jackie Chan, my childhood, it's Rumble in the Bronx. The action, the fight scenes, the choreography, everything about them was just phenomenal. And I'm happy to see that that's where Jackie Chan's career has led him to, is stunt work, and that just fits. I mean, the guy was a stunt master. He was like one of the first people that the audience knew was him throughout the entire movie. It wasn't a stunt. He didn't have a stunt man. You know what I mean? Like, it was just is Jackie Chan ready to go? All right, cool.
It's how he started as well. He was Bruce Lee's stunt double.
Yeah, that's right. He was in his movie too, wasn't he? He was fighting Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was though. I know he gets kicked through a balcony. But lots of people get kicked through balconies in,
especially in Bruce Lee movies. Yeah,
Bruce Lee movies. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see that, and because I think originally it didn't even start out like that. Like, he just showed up one day because his team was there, and then he wind up just like they're like, hey, what do we do here? And then he just wind up being in charge of Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm like, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Love that.
Another bit of news. Keanu Reeves is rumored to be in talks to play Silver Surfer in Doomsday. Have you guys heard this? Is this just batshit crazy? Is this people just
shit?
Yeah. I don't know why. Why are they casting him as Silver Surfer? What is it about him?
I mean, it totally works. He's got the kind of the regality and the presence and the
stature,
stoicness
the look of him. I guess, yeah, clean.
Yeah, and he's in good. He's in good nick. Like, he's in good shape for a dude who's fucking 60 or whatever. Yeah. But I just don't see it happening. It's right? Like we were talking last episode, Addy, about they're like, the Blade movie's going to start shooting in 2026. No, it's not. I will be Blade before Mahershala Ali will be Blade.
I can't wait to see that movie, and then to be like, all right, Regs, I guess you're in Blade 2 as Blade because Mahershala's here.
Well, he's going to be like, he's got to be in his 50s at least.
But he's still in great shape and looks fantastic, does he not?
Yeah, I totally get that. But if you're building a franchise around a person who doesn't age,
that's a fair point. I mean, I guess it'll go into like, more stunt work, more stunt double action than anything.
Yeah, not everybody's Keanu in the thingo.
Very true. Yeah.
I am fully committed to this conversation. I promise you. But
I know.
I need to put the handle back on my cammer.
Okay.
Because I'm shooting later.
We're all gonna watch you do this. So explain what you're doing as you're doing it. No, okay.
I took the just like the safety handle thing off because it was a hindrance at a shoot, so I could just hold it like this.
Okay.
But I need to put it back on now because it's going to be attached to a rig that I have for a shoot later.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's cool.
But if I don't do it now, I'm going to get to the thing and realize I've forgotten to do it, and then I'll be fucked. So, but yeah, I'm still listening and totally committed to the conversation.
No worries. So, I had seen something that kind of has me like through a loop. Apparently, speaking of, like I said, Keanu Reeves, he's going to return as John Wick in John Wick Chapter 5. And I'm like, as what? John Wick's ghost? What are we doing here? He died. Like, unless he faked his death Nick Fury style, how is there a John Wick 5? And the only thing I could think of is that it's a prequel to like him coming up and establishing his name as the Baba Yaga.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would, because of the profitability of that particular franchise. But I mean, you can write yourself out of anything.
True.
Maybe he did fake his death.
Yeah. Addie, what do you think?
I don't know. It's obviously he's going to return as John Wick because it's John Wick Chapter 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's dead.
You don't?
No.
I don't know.
Why not? What is your theory?
Yeah.
Well, my theory is that only Uncle Ben and Mufasa are allowed to stay dead.
Uncle Ben and Mufasa. Those are two of...
fuck those two. Fuck those two avuncular tiger people.
He's like, those are the only two anchor beings that can die. Yeah. That's
I
funny.
said tiger people. It's literally called Lion King, you fucking noob.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I was like, what are you
Professional
thinking?
idiot.
It's fine. They have all kinds of animals in there. I guarantee you there's tigers in them.
There's no tigers in Africa. Like, that's ridiculous.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It might be. I don't know.
The thing I see here is that apparently it was because, that it would be the final movie after Ballerina's poor performance at the box office. And I'm just like...
That sucks, man. That movie was fucking baller.
It was phenomenal. I didn't see not one thing wrong with it. It explored a different side of that world. It told us the ballerina's side of the story. I think it opened up a whole different avenue for them to take that John Wick series, or to just branch it off and have them be able to tell, okay, we can have ballerinas as well as the assassins.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. It was, the action was really specific and particular. Like she was a protector, and I was saying to Addie when we did our episode on it, the things that stood out, like where she goes to the Sommelier to get kitted up, and people attack, and so she doesn't get any equipment. So she ends up killing a bunch of motherfuckers with just grenades because that's what's available. Like, she's a samurai sword in it and a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Fucking forget about it.
Yeah, she had my favorite kill was with the grenade where she strapped the belt to the guy and then pulled the pins, kept holding him, went over the table and just hit underneath the table while holding it, and then
it was
boom.
the best.
Yeah, it was
amazing. And the guy
was
fucking mince. He turned into mince. You saw it happen.
Yes, you've seen it happen.
Incredible.
Yeah. I loved it. And it was like on par with John Wick. I think box office, is neither here nor there. That was a great film, and it was still within that world. and it's still played like a John Wick film, you could very easily give that one a sequel, and everybody's gonna go see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn these box office.
Like,
I hate
even
that
if it's
so much
direct to
hinders on
digital or whatever.
Yeah, I give it straight to streaming. Paramount, give it straight to Paramount Plus or whatever. But I think it's such bullshit that like whether something gets picked up for like sequels or not, it depends on box office numbers. Like, you could have just come out at a bad time where, you know, another Jurassic Park movie was coming out, or like who you were competing with, people just rather go see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't always affect whether people like the movie or not. It's just, they probably wanted to go see something else more than your film. But that's why I don't think
or bad timing or bad marketing. Like, there's so many different things. Steve Sadak from the We Hate Movies podcast had a good point to make about it recently, that we need to stop gauging the quality of a film on its box office receipts.
Yes.
Because lots of movies that are shit make a lot of money, and lots of movies that are really good don't. Like, it is not a metric for the quality of a film. Ballerina is a perfect example. Like, it's a really good film. It's got some great pedigree. It's got some great performances, all that stuff. But it didn't do well because, I don't know. I really can't tell you. But then, you know, something like Sinners. Okay, yeah, Sinners made a lot of money and it's excellent. So you can't. There's no way to gauge it based on that. Like, that's all we seem to do now is like how much money did Terminator 2 make when it came out? Can either of you tell me?
No, but I know it wasn't a big box office hit, was it?
But even if it was, like, you don't know. You don't remember. That's not
you
what
just
tracks.
know it's a great film.
You're not going to remember how great a movie is based on, you know, even something as simple as Endgame. Okay, Endgame probably cracked $1 billion, but nobody remembers the actual number now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ancillary. It's so in the moment. Like, who gives a fucking shit how much money it makes? Is it good or is it not good?
Yeah, there are plenty of franchises that boomed at the box office and went nowhere. And they were just like a one-hit wonder. Like, they did great in the box office. You know, they came on the green, but you don't hear from any. They don't get sequels. Nobody talked about it really after the fact. So I'm in a total agreement with that. Like, we gotta stop basing stuff on ticket sales. Like, it's absurd. Last bit of news: Marvel's consider bringing back the original Avengers for a new movie. How
much money
bullshit.
Is that?
Yeah, but like, how? Like, what could you say? A different multiverse? Like,
I mean, the only way to do it is to age them all up and have it be a Logan sort of situation.
Oh, okay. But but half of them are dead.
They won't do that.
Yeah,
but I both very good points.
Like, you're pulling some from different multiverse. That's the only thing I can think of. You're pulling. It's a different time.
Yeah, I feel like what they're doing with Doomsday and what's the other one called?
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. I think what they're doing is they're going, man, we were fingering everyone all at once, and we need to just pick a lane, and when I say Elaine, I mean a woman named Elaine, and just be with Elaine, and because there's too many tendrils, there's too many threads going in all different directions. It needs a real tidy up, and that feels like what it is, which is exactly what those comic books like Secret Wars was, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think first you got to finish what you're doing now. Like, wrap this up. If you're good, like, I see that this happening if you do that soft reboot, which, you're getting the original Avengers, but it's different actors playing some of them. Like, granted, you're going to have Chris Hemsworth as Thor, but you might have a different Steve Rogers, a different RDJ, or a different Tony Stark, different Black Widow. Like that, maybe? But, like, do that after the soft reboot, because then that's the only time it makes sense to me.
Or maybe just stop and take some time and be selective. Like, look at what happened with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
Black
Adam comes out and no one liked it. and
I fucking liked it.
It didn't do well. Okay, it didn't do well enough for them to make the waves that it needed to, and then they reboot the series. What does he do? He goes away for a while and he comes back with the Smashing Machine, the Benny Safdie picture, and he's going to get nominated for an Oscar for it. I guarantee it.
He should win. Yeah.
Just get your heads out of the idea that like you have to. The train can be stopped. It's not like TV. Yeah. It's not like comic books where it's a constantly moving train. You can stop and reset and figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, let those stories, like let those characters breathe. Like let us get to a point where like, hey, remember the Avengers, and then bring them back. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be like, boom, they're done. Next one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where Disney was going wrong, or not Disney, Marvel was going wrong. Is just like. They had said it, or Feige said it himself. He's like, we had switched to just quantity. It didn't matter what was out. It's just, hey, we got this new streaming service. Let's just give them everything we got. And they're like, let's put this out, this out, this out. And they didn't care about quality. And that's where the fans got all tipsy-turny. And it was like, what the hell is happening in Marvel? What's going on? There's shit now, blah, blah. And then everybody jumped on the let's bash Marvel train. So it's just like, I don't know. Let these characters let them become a memory first, and then talk about rebooting it. Just like how Batman, you had the '90s Batman. When was the next Batman after Keaton?
It was okay. So '92 was. It was Val, yeah, but no, that was 95.
Yeah.
So 3 years.
That was like 3 years. And then you reestablish a different Batman. So it's just like let some years pass. And it's hard to do because in the MCU, different movies either talk about or tie into other stories. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, you're still going to have a callback, but give us some time away from them. Tell other stories, and then you talk about coming back to those characters and bringing them back. Because right now we don't need to see the original 6 Avengers. We don't.
No, it's like turning up to your local dominatrix, and she gets out the whips and the chips and the dips and the chains and all that stuff, and you're like, I just want to be kissed on the mouth.
Yeah, you know what we're doing here, right?
That sounds like a really personal thing that I've just dipped into there, but
it's not. Sounds like it's come from experience. I don't know. We might have to talk about that. I'd like to
go to my local dominatrix. That's not where I live. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
All right, so that is it for Nerd News. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to keep up with the latest in Nerd News. Now, we aren't the only ones that do Nerd News. Film Addicts do also, so click over to their profile and subscribe, like, and do all that good stuff on theirs. I like your Nerd News because you guys give more of like a film aspect news a lot of times. Like you guys talk about writers and about like directors and like stuff like that. So I love hearing your guys' Nerd News because you guys do the comic book stuff too. But like a lot of your news is like the goings on and the happenings of like the film world. So I love it. So so make sure you guys go over there.
We do get into comic stuff, like
for sure. Yeah,
this isn't going to affect the audio. Like,
where are we going?
So all of those nice. Things they're all comic books.
That's cool.
Which is outrageous. There's a few over there on the top of the shelf as well. If you looking on my thing, there's also a picture of my sister. But
nice. Is that your office that you like? Or is like your nerd office? Sweet.
Yeah. It's
or is that your work office?
All the things I like the most. There's Bruce Lee there.
Sick.
There's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Nice.
It's my work board. Yeah. Nice. Got my toys.
Yeah. Nice. That was awesome.
My friend Grant makes these. They're duck heads, and he builds.
That's cool.
So he made me a Phantom one. That's from a Batman. Like he took the body of the Batman and repainted and everything. I do. Yeah. It's one of my faves.
Is that Quantum?
Yeah. This is my.
That's Quantum.
Out in the living room and shit. There's like there's a poster for Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is one of my favorite movies, and Jaws and stuff like. There's an Indiana Jones one up as well, and there's a few bits and pieces. But in my office, it's full nerd.
Nice. That's awesome. I love it. That's what I'm trying to do here in our podcast studio. It kind of doubles as my office also, and my game room.
It works.
So I've got all my Funkos and my comics and all that stuff. So we're doing it up over here too.
Love it.
So let's talk about a little bit about what you guys are into right now. Any movies you guys recommend that you just recently seen, or a throwback movie that you guys really want to just refresh into everybody's memory, or if they haven't seen an oldie but a goodie. I'll start with you, Regs.
Yeah, let me just check my thing. You might lose me for 1 second. You won't lose me, but you might lose the image of me for 1 second. Everybody, sorry if you were, just about to come, and now I'm gone.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's the worst.
I am filth. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I remember. Let me come back there. Hello. I rewatched Saving Private Ryan.
Interesting.
The Spielberg picture. And I think I was saying to my partner, I think it's my second favorite Spielberg film after Jaws.
Oh wow!
It's just so perfect. The emotional beats get me every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most beautifully shot films you've ever seen, and it was the majority of it was natural light. The performances are so solid. Tom Hanks is just outrageously good, playing so against type, and Barry Pepper as the sniper preacher, and
there's so many people in that film.
It's stacked.
Good
man.
actors too, cast. Like not just people to fill a character, like actual good actors.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti, Ted Danson, and then there's the scene that I have to fast forward every time where Adam Goldberg gets stabbed,
where he's fighting the guy.
Nazi.
And he's like, wait. Oh, my God.
And he goes in slowly. I can't watch that scene. I have to skip it every time because Upham, didn't go up the stairs and save him. And then Upham shoots that guy at the end.
Breaks my heart every time. That's probably one of the toughest scenes in that film. For sure.
I haven't seen that part of that movie in years because I just can't. It's too...
It's tough.
It's too much.
I understand that, yeah.
In the 4K...
Yeah.
It's bliss.
Nice. What about you, Addie?
I watched something quite recently, actually. But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Vin Diesel in Saving Private Ryan as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like in the beginning.
Yeah, he gets taken out by a sniper, like the first town they go to, looking for Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But Vin's great. Like he's a good actor. He just does Vin Diesel movies now. I think
it's like he is a good actor, but he just got trapped in that world, in that like action-packed muscle shoot 'em up style, or like this the hard-hitting action kind of movie, because he did one so well, and because Fast and the Furious like just gave the fans what they've been wanting for a long time, and they loved it so much. He's like, all right, this is where my bread and butter is. This is where I'm going to make the most money. I'm going to stay right here. So, did you see how much weight he gained?
He's a big guy. But he's also nearly 60.
Yeah, but it's like all his muscles just like, we're done. We're going to go fat now. Poof. I was just like, what I saw him. I was like, that's not Vin Diesel.
That's being on and off cycle of steroids as well. Like he's, you see him between movies, and then you see him in the movies. He's clearly been on a cycle of steroids.
He has to change his name from Diesel to Doughy now. It's crazy.
Vin Doughy.
Vin Doughy, man. Come on.
That sounds like an Australian person.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Vin Doughy. I was in Fast and Feverious. It was about us not eating and having a cold.
Yeah, those movies are going to be called The Slow and Sad now.
That was a PG joke for everybody after I was talking about Dildus and all that other stuff before.
Yeah, he's going from Fast and the Furious to The Slow and Upset. Yeah. That's what it is. The Slow and
Well, the final Fast and the Furious movie should be set in a retirement village.
And they're just in the what's the little, like, the scooter wheelchairs?
Yeah, or the Zimmer frames.
Just down the hall, or out in the courtyard.
Exactly.
I
live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Beep, beep. Hold on.
Diarrhea again.
Hold on, I have to take my pills.
I have to get my little box out that's got the days on it.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Yeah. I want to see that movie.
Furious.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but Addie, what have you been seeing?
I rewatched Interstellar for like the first time in 5 years last night.
Nice. How does that hold up?
I gotta say, I was a hater. I did not like this movie the first time I watched
No?
it. No.
It's very
Because I thought
sciencey.
It is it though? He saves the universe by the power of love. Sure.
I mean, come on.
But I fucking cried. This is probably
Yeah.
like the only Nolan movie that made me cry.
Yeah, it got you right in your feels, didn't it?
Yeah.
When
it's
you
also
see that,
like.
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when you see that he's behind like the bookshelf, and he's the one like that knocked it over, and like I'm like, oh my, what are you doing to me? I'm like, oh,
The fourth dimensional
yeah.
Tesseract. You know, the idea that the fourth dimension is love. People are like, oh, that's crap. No, it's not. It's fucking beautiful and sentimental, and you know.
Yeah, I want that to be
means
real
love
science.
spans.
Yeah.
Love spans beyond time, beyond space, and that's absolutely true. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Give me that. That's the science I'm gonna believe in. Hell yeah. But yeah,
I think that's my favorite Nolan film. I know that that's probably an unpopular opinion, but it's the one I go back to the most.
Interstellar.
It's not
an
an
unpopular opinion.
Isn't it? Do people love it?
People do love it. It's like it's always been like top 15 Letterboxd films of all time.
Yeah, right.
That was
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like the only it's probably like the only Nolan film where he has like good female character, I think. So yeah, that was surprising as well.
I don't know. Oppenheimer's pretty fucking great. There's not a lot of women in it, but the ones who are in it are fucking awesome. Like Emily Blunt's character in that is just, she owns that movie when she's on screen.
Nice.
You know, so well cast and so well drawn. Yeah. I think he only gets a bad rap for that, but you just got to dig a bit deeper.
Yeah. What made you watch Interstellar again?
Well, I do like a film club with my friends, and for like the longest time, because my friends are fucking assholes. It comes with the territory. What the fuck am I saying? Okay.
I hope they don't listen to this show.
Yeah, I know.
They don't.
I thought we were close.
Good, because they're all fuckholes.
So, like, they have this running joke, because I hate the Avatar movies.
The blue aliens?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, technically, they're not aliens. We're the one who fucking invading their space, but that's
very
a whole
true.
nother
Yeah,
thing,
we're the
which is-
aliens, 100%. Yeah.
So I hate those movies, and then there's this one motherfucker who really likes them, and I can't understand why. And then for like the longest time, it's been I dislike Interstellar, and like amongst the group, it's like widely liked film. So I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it and see. See
So
if
they did that.
My opinions change. Yeah.
They picked that film because you were the only one that didn't like it. They're like, we're gonna sit through it this week.
I love that.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I actually recently just went and watched Bedazzled again. The Brendan Fraser. Yes, I saw that again. That is such a fun movie, and I was watching it. Still laughed at the same parts. The different characters and different worlds that are in there are just funny. Because it's a very like lighthearted comedy, but it's also like about a person discovering themselves and just learning to love who they are and not try to live for someone else, and learns that through these trials and these different lives and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is just, you know, kind of not slapstick, but just like fun comedy. But yeah, I was
where he
watching
becomes
that.
a Spanish dude is fucking
the first
hysterical.
One. Yeah, where he's the Colombian drug lord. My dad's favorite is when he's the sensitive guy, where he keeps crying at the sunset.
He's got red. He's got red hair and freckles. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I like the one where he's a basketball player because he has everything going for him, but then he's got like a little penis, and that's what makes him come back.
There's
so
always
good.
a price.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, why haven't they redone that movie? And if they did it now, who would play who? Who do you guys think would be the Brendan Fraser character?
Oh man,
Which
I
would be
haven't seen it, so I don't know.
You haven't seen Bedazzled? I recommend you see it. It's funny. It's a good
Well,
watch.
okay.
Elizabeth Hurley's in it too.
Yeah, instead of Elizabeth Hurley, it's 100% Juno Temple from
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
And she was the scientist in Venom Last Dance, right? Is that her?
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember? You were like, oh, I can't wait to see it.
Venom 3.
You're like, I can't wait to see it because she's in it.
Yeah, I watched it and I have no memory of it because it just didn't penetrate at all.
We're gonna.
But I love her. I just forgot that she wasn't in it. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen Ted Lasso. I really want to, but I don't have Apple, so.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Yeah.
But
so she would be
Ted Lasso,
the
you
devil.
gotta see, yeah.
The devil. She would be.
Yeah, I just feel like she's got it. You know. She's
her or Ana de Armas.
Well, I mean, you could put Ana de Armas in a movie about my own death, and I'd go and see it. Like she's
right.
just a fucking number one, mate.
Because I was trying to find like another, I don't know, like a very just sexual like looking woman, like a very seductive looking woman. And I'm like, the good thing is now we don't have actresses out there that's their roles. You know, now they have actually like character to their roles. So
well, I think they would probably cast Sydney Sweeney.
True, but she doesn't have the
range.
There it is. All right, yeah, let's go with that. I was gonna say like she needs to be a little older,
but she's like not. Her acting has got a long way to go before she's of an Ana de Armas or Juno Temple level. Yeah,
she's definitely like her looks are leading her career right now. I would say she's not. I mean, I believe when she's in a movie what she's doing, but I'm not like this girl's performance is blowing me out of the water. But yeah. She is the
stuff where she's really good is where it's played down, like it's not Euphoria or that one that she did with Glenn Powell. It's the the more smaller, more intimate pictures, and where she really gets to not have to be the sex symbol to have people be interested. Because she just
when
gets
these are covered, when she's in a t-shirt, maybe is then we can see her acting because we're focused on what she's saying. Yeah,
I want to see her like in something set in the Arctic, so that she's in burkas the whole time. Not burkas, sorry.
We only
the
see
huge
this.
big coats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
what
would
are the
play
huge
the
big
guy?
coats
Do you
called?
think?
I called them burkas for crying out loud. That's not it.
Are they not just like
a pack-mac?
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Who huge would play jackets. The guy? Who would play the guy?
I was thinking the actor that played Novocaine in that movie.
Oh, Jack Quaid.
Yes, him.
Yeah, I
like
could see
that style actor, where it's like innocent but goofy, but then can give you that like meaningful kind of dialogue, and you can buy it. That, or I was thinking at first of not Michael Cera, but like that kind of actor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I would say
Michael
Cera
probably doesn't have the range for that either. But yeah, I agree with Jack Quaid. He'd be great.
Yeah,
nice one.
All right, cool. Did you figure out what the name of those coats are?
No, I don't want to turn on my Wi-Fi because it'll interrupt.
And look, the point is that it's not a burqa. I said burqa, and it's definitely not that.
It's definitely not. Yeah, I love it. All right, so let's talk a little. Let's get into our chat, and that is going to be about movie theater experiences. Now, what we just want to talk about is like if you've gone to a movie to go see a movie, and something happened, whether it be good or bad, that just stuck with you or made an impression. It kind of maybe changed what you thought of the movie, whether you liked it, disliked it, or just gave you just a different situation than just you sat there and watched a movie. Let's start. What do we say with bad first, right?
Good call.
Yeah. So, Regs, give me now. I remember hearing on one of your episodes where you had this couple behind you like going at it to where you had to stop them and be like, listen, I can hear what's going on. Can you guys cut it the fuck out? I remember that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't want to, I'll stop anybody having a good time with one another, but it was.
There's a time and a place.
There was some sloshing sounds going on.
God.
And, and there was. What do you want me to do? I didn't make it up. It's happened. It happened.
Man.
Yeah, and I did have to say, hey guys, I can hear everything you're doing. And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. If you want to finger bang each other, do it.
I didn't know what happened after that.
It was during Dune.
They're like, it's a lot of slow parts here, man. We're trying to,
and it's a really dry movie. There's a lot of sand. Maybe they were trying to.
We know one thing that wasn't dry in that movie theater.
Absolutely not. It was Niagara back there. But that was an interesting one.
So how did that end? Was one. What happened?
Oh, nothing. I just said I can hear you. And they were like, oh, sorry, and they stopped. I don't remember if they stayed for the whole picture. They might have ducked off for a quickie.
And then you're like, hey, you need a mop in this aisle in front of these seats?
You might just want to burn that whole back row of seats. Just burn them. Take them out and burn them.
But yeah, go ahead. Your bad movie experience.
The one that stuck with me, there's been a few smaller ones. I was at Madam Web, and there was a dude on his phone for the first 15 minutes, and I went and I leaned over and I'm like, dude, the movie's on. And he was like, all right, and put it away I'd done something wrong. He took umbrage with me. I'm like, what? Where do you think you are right now? You're not at home.
You bothered him?
Suck after COVID. Yeah, I'm bothering him. All right, I'm just checking the footy scores or whatever the fuck. I'm like, well, don't, Anyway, and then there was one where I went and saw, it was at the Astor.
Okay.
And I saw Oppenheimer. It was a pretty serious movie,
Yes.
And there was a guy in the seat in front of me on his phone every 5 minutes, and he was watching videos of himself on Instagram doing pull-ups and shit.
Oh, you said this on one of your other episodes. I heard this.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
The definition of narcissism, right? Shit.
Yeah.
What are you checking out
doing
the
it in that movie too? It was a 70mm print at the Astor. We're all there. It's about the fucking Holocaust in a lot of ways, It's so many people are affected by this thing, and he's just there watching his fucking nipples flex. Give me a break. I'm fine. It's good to have a healthy ego, absolutely. But I mean, I go to the gym as well. But fuck. But anyway, the one that really stayed with me was, I'm not sure what year it came out. Superman Returns, the Bryan Singer picture.
Okay.
2006.
With Brandon Ruth plays Spider-Man? Or Spider-Man. Superman? Yeah.
Superman, yeah. We went to see that of an evening. Me and my sister and her partner at the time. They're husband and wife now, but so my brother-in-law. And there was mostly adults because it was nighttime, but there was 3 kids and their parents in the sort of second half of the seating. So there was one row of seats and then a gap and another row, and they were that. And these fucking kids were running around the theater and screaming and just being nuisances.
Yeah.
And at one point, we'd let it go on for a while, and my sister was like, excuse me, can you please get your kids to sit down and be quiet? We're trying to watch the movie. And it's an M-rated picture. I know it's Superman, but it's a night session. Go to a morning session with your fucking shit-eat kids. I don't care.
Yeah.
And anyway, so this woman tried to get them to sit down. They wouldn't behave. So she left the auditorium with them, right? And then came back in alone to get her stuff. And as she walked out, she called my sister a bitch. And my sister was like, are you serious? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's the movies. And she was like, fuck you. And just as she got to the door, my brother-in-law said, see you, fatty.
Oh, no.
Absolutely slayed me. But
way to hide that was she in fact overweight or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. All right. Yes. That's the nice thing not
also,
to talk
also
about. Also,
an awful person as well.
Yes.
To call someone a bitch for asking. I understand it's hard being a parent. I don't have kids, so I don't understand. But I have my sister's now a parent, like, and she would totally understand that. But you also need to live in the real world and understand that, like, your experience of being a parent doesn't necessarily have to be everybody's experience of you being a parent. Like,
and we don't think that part of parenting.
We don't think that
very easy. You don't take them. It's very easy.
Or take them to a different session, or whatever. Or like, it's probably easier now. But the Mickey Flanagan, the British comedian, said of it, you let your kids run around, like, and you say to those people, I know you think that we think you're cool liberal parents, but what we actually think is that you're cunt lazy parents.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of how it felt. But yeah, that was my big one. And one other time when a guy came into the cinema with a full fish supper, like fish and chips.
Oh, come on.
Like, seriously? And the whole place reeked of it. I don't know what the movie was, but it was fucking ridiculous.
No, he chose to be an asshole that day. Like, he knew what that took prep. Like, he knew what he was doing. Wow.
He got up and knew, yeah.
That's messed up. But also hilarious.
I've done that once.
Taking a fish dinner to a movie?
No, not fish. But I've taken like sandwiches into a movie because they don't check our bags here.
That's all right. We've all sandwiches done that. Are one thing and stuff, but like fucking skeet fish for crying out loud. Like,
you don't take the smelliest dish that you can take to an enclosed room, where people are forced to sit there because they paid to be there. Yeah.
It would be less offensive if he came in and did a shit. Like,
yeah, you could forgive that. Be like, oh shit, I know it happens. But
you get diarrhea. Sometimes it happens, but don't bring in a fish.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Wow. All right, Addie, anyway. You got anything that could top that?
Well, absolutely not.
Okay. Nobody came in and just started ninjaing everybody and just stabbing people up left and right. Yeah.
That would be cool, but no.
He's like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Nobody came in slinging pies to everybody or anything crazy. That'd be sick.
Oh, while we're on the topic, is there a film that like either of you have walked out of?
No.
I will never do that. Only because I'm kind of I have to see how it ends. I can't start something. That's why I finish, I would say every series I've started, a TV series, I have to see that last episode. There are some where I would, like, if I don't get through it and I know I'm not going to finish the series, I'll go and watch the last episode. I need a conclusion. This is why I sat through Joker Folia Do. I'm like, I'm going to watch the end of this. I forced myself to sit there and watch it. Yeah. That was a close one, though.
Every time we started singing, I just fell asleep.
Yeah, that one. I have so many things about that movie, but yeah, go ahead.
Mine is a little similar, but so this was like, it was like 2000, like fucking 13 or 14.
Okay.
Probably 12.
So about 10 years ago. Ish.
No, like longer.
Okay. 10 to 15 years.
Yep, in that range. So like my dad took like the entire family to watch. So like me, my mom, my brother, and like my like my first cousins.
Okay.
We went and watched a film about an Indian athlete, and like he's like a lot of history is attached to it, and he was a national hero. He's passed away now.
Is it a documentary or like an autobiography style?
No, a biopic.
Biopic, okay.
Yeah, like a 3.5 hour biopic. And so we're sitting there, and then there comes this one section where he's gone like abroad for the first time, and then he falls in love with a white girl, and then they eventually bang, which it's a different censorboard. But there were these 5 kids in the theater, running up and down.
It happens everywhere. It's like a... So, you're not a moviegoer unless this has happened to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? So, And like it's okay. That's just not a movie you take kids to because it's just not. It has very disturbing stuff. So these 5 kids were running around. They're like different families and shit. One of the families was sitting behind us. So when the
Were they
sequence
eating
came,
fish as well? Fucking hell, the trifecta, mate.
Just running, eating fish.
Shitty kids eating fish at the movies.
Yeah, just running with a fish in their hand, just yeah, slapping people across the aisle as they're running.
Has that little shit got a salmon? What's going on?
It's like a filter? What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, is it a kavilka fish? Yeah.
the smell just slaps you in the face.
Yeah, just the aisle people are getting
sake.
sapped across the face, just bam. That's hilarious. But go ahead. All right, they're running around.
Yeah. So like they're running around and all that, and like these. I don't think these were like these were like older than 5 actually.
Okay.
So yeah. So like that sequence comes around. And then they call their kids back, right? Because they don't want them to accidentally see it.
Yeah.
But they put them in their laps, and so the kids are just kicking our chairs.
Oh fucking hell!
So my mom just gets up and
that
says,
"That is a challenging wank."
Yeah.
Yep. Oh Christ!
I shouldn't be allowed on the internet. I shouldn't be allowed on the internet. Why do people let me continue to do this?
There's heavy editing to keep your any episode you're on G-rated. I'll tell you that much.
So,
It's impossible.
It's just 3 words from you every like 20 minutes. That's
I can't help myself.
That's all you would hear from Riggs. Just
I'm channeling my dad. Sorry, Addy, keep going.
Yes. So they're kicking. They're just hitting the back. They're sitting directly behind you.
Yeah, like directly behind. Like we're like fucking what 6 people.
Yeah.
And like these 3 kids are like one seat in between them, and so like my mom just kindly turns around. She doesn't get up. She like turns around and says, "Can you please stop kicking?" The mom gets so angry. She throws the kid on the stairs, basically, because like there's stairs in like the aisle. So she she just like meant to keep him there, but like he jumped or whatever the fuck. The mom gets up in a packed theater at fucking 10:30 at night, screams, "Excuse me, are you educated?" And then the entire theater, while this intimate scene is happening in the film,
while people are banging on a giant screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are like, "What is going on?" And then there's a screaming match,
do I
and then 4 other people join in, and then eventually the kid just starts running towards the screen, and so they had to call security.
Oh shit!
Fucking hell!
That's a lot to happen within like what 5-10 minutes. I wouldn't know.
Oh no,
which
it was like
to watch.
it was 3 minutes at max.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have any that deal with like kids, thankfully. Some people acting like kids for sure. But so I've had your typical like I went to go see a movie and then the theater lost power. Like in the middle of the movie or like during previews or whatever. Had that happen. I've had it to where like my screen was going blurry. Like in and out of focus. I've had that. But one of the things that comes to mind, so my wife and I usually go to theaters downtown Chicago. That's just because that's the closest to us and it's the easiest to get to and from. We just take the, public transportation and get down there and back. Plus my favorite theater is downtown. But before we were going to that one, there was this theater. It wasn't an AMC, so it was just, like its own, it was like what, a private theater or whatever. So we went there to go see a movie. Deadpool 2 came out, and we went to go see it. Unfortunately, we had to get tickets that were kind of up in the front rows, kind of. Like, so it's one of those where you're like this kind of situation.
Sucks.
So, like, yeah. So that already is one check mark in the fucking shit column, right? So then we see that, and it's packed, right? It's sold out. It's Deadpool 2. So we're watching the movie, and as we're watching it, literally the couple to my right
We're fingering each other.
No,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I would have preferred it.
Like,
so they're sitting next to us, and then I hear them, and I'm like, fuck, they're talking. I'm like, all right, it's whatever. It's the beginning of the movie. It's opening credits, right? So it's that whole Celine Dion song and shit. So I'm like, all right, they're talking, whatever. And they keep talking. And then halfway through the movie, right, I'm like, they're still fucking talking. And it's to the point where, like, the girl's, like this facing the guy. And I'm like, they must have bought the tickets so they have somewhere to sit down so they can have a conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say, were they arguing or?
No, they were having a nice date, apparently. And a very in-depth conversation that they cannot shut the fuck up to watch Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And I'm just... So I was like, what the fuck? How do you pay for movie tickets, have a giant screen literally... 20 feet from your face? But yeah, you're talking to the person right next to you. That conversation couldn't wait till after the movie? Like, what the fuck? So that's one. And then another one...
Did you say anything to them, or you just...
No, I'm that kind of like...
You can't, America, because they'll pull out a fucking gun and shoot you.
That too, yeah. That, but like, talking is... It's not a big offense where I'm just like... I need to like... aggravate or like just deal with whatever kind of idiot that is. I'm just like, whatever, I'll just push past it and watch the movie. Unless you're like screaming or moving or doing something obnoxious, then I'll say something. But yeah, so then that was probably my worst one, was that. And then I had there was some other things that were like just annoying, but it wasn't because they were being bad moviegoers. It was just they were really into the movie. So we took our kids to go see Minecraft. Minecraft set like some kind of record for being the most horrible moviegoers like to ever go see a movie. Cops were being called to theaters, like all crazy, because it's all teen kids that play Minecraft went to go see the movie. My theater was fine. Nobody was acting crazy. Nobody was throwing stuff. Nobody was doing any of that. But they were just like, you ever had the person watch a movie and they say the line as the actor's saying the line? So they're like sing along, kind of, but they're just talking. Oh. Like, I get it if it's like a one line here and there. Okay, it's your favorite line. But they were doing that throughout the movie. And I look over, they're in our row, and I look over, they're at least late 20s, early 30s, all white guys.
Oh, come on.
And one girl. So the guy dragged his girlfriend with all his boys, and they're doing that the whole movie. And I'm just like, for fuck.
And she's sitting there going, fuck, my vagina's closed over. That's the end of it. I'm just
drier than the Sahara, I'm sure. But like, I listen, you probably knew what you were getting yourself into when you dated this guy, or if not, you woke up now. But I'm like, this is what you're in for. But it's just stuff like that. And then the crazy thing is, so my wife and I, that was at that one specific theater, the Deadpool one. And then we're like, all right, maybe that was just that one time. So we went to go see another movie with Kike at the time. It was like a big group of us. I forget which movie we went to go see, but I think it was a Marvel film. I can't imagine another kind of film we would go see. But we see it, and then, it was a Marvel film because we were waiting for the end credits scene. So we're watching, the people's names, and then some of us, I think, or one of us were standing. They didn't, they wanted to stand up, stretch, or whatever. And then somebody from behind started throwing like popcorn and like napkins at them. And we're like, what the fuck? What do you want to? Do you know somebody that was in the film? You want to watch the credits so
yeah,
bad?
right.
Like, what are you doing? We're like, what the fuck? That was that.
I'm trying to see who the best boy was, you motherfucker.
yeah. Boy number 3 was my cousin, Dick. No, but like, I want to see his name. But like, so that happened at that same theater. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's this theater.
Don't go there anymore.
So we stopped. We stopped going.
Yeah.
Then we found out it turned into an AMC, which is who we have the membership with. So so we're like, all right, you know what? Let's go check it out. My daughter wanted to go see Lilo and Stitch, the live action. So we took, it was my wife and I, we took the kids to go see it. We went over there. It's an AMC now, so we're thinking, okay, it might be a little bit more strict on who they let in, blah, blah, blah. Just might be different. The theater itself, beautiful. Like the auditoriums in there are so nice. It's roomy. They've got a lot of space, and they got the cascading levels of chairs. So it's real nice in there. And it's a shame because the theater's so nice. But then in that one, we have the same thing. There we have kids running around, but it's a Lilo and Stitch movie. So I'm like,
yeah, that's a bit more understandable.
Yeah, this is kind of what I paid for in a sense. I'm like, I know this is gonna happen.
Fuck the movie or whatever Addy was saying.
Yeah. I'm like, this is the kind of movie you go see. This is what should be happening in it, if any movie.
It's expected.
Yeah, so that, and then we're hearing giggling in the back and blah blah blah, a little bit of talking here and there, blah blah blah. It's whatever. I'm like, it's a kids movie. I'm neither here or there about it. I'm not pissed off about it. I'm like, it's whatever. And then in the middle of the movie, we just hear a big boom, literally shakes the floor, and we're like, what the fuck was that? A kid, I don't know how, fell off his seat and like just slammed on the floor. We're like, what the fuck? And apparently
Jesus Christ.
the row in front of us had the entire row. It was like a whole family thing or like an outing or some birthday or something. I don't know. But yeah, so then the mom gets up, or whoever's in charge of the group gets up, walks over there. What happened? Well, they're like, he fell off the chair. It's like it was more funny than anything.
What was he? Was he the thing? Why did it rock?
I don't know. I don't know if he like belly flopped off the chair or what he did, or I don't know if it was his head that pounded. I don't know.
He was trying to eat his fish and he slipped, and because of all the grease from the fish, and hit the deck.
I don't know if he thought he was Stitch or what happened. He tried to like jump or something. I don't know. It was wild, but yeah, that's so nothing too crazy, nothing too bad, but it's usually just people not knowing basic theater etiquette and just talking too much.
It's like it's like Book says in Serenity. He says there's a special level of hell reserved for child molesters and people who talk at the theater.
All right, so those are some of the bad movie theater experiences. Let's jump into the good times after movie theaters. Why we go to see at a theater. We get out of the comfort of our houses and be around strangers. Rex, do you have any? What's the best movie theater experience you can recall?
I've got two.
Go for it.
And I'll preface by saying that going to the movies it's my church. It's where I go to find peace and be. I go to the movies alone a lot. It's just I love it so much. I go to the movies maybe once or twice a week when I can. And it's a beautiful experience, and it does have a lot to do with the crowd, and you sort of make compensations for that. I do think people's etiquette has gotten worse, post-COVID, like I was saying. But when you sometimes go and the experience is communal, it really has a different feeling. And both of these were at the Astor, the Astor Theatre on Chapel Street in Paran in Melbourne, which is the legacy theatre I go to all the time. I talk about it heaps. It's my favourite place in the world. And the first one was the Spider-Thon, which was a few years ago now. We did some episodes on Spider-Man, Legacy of Spider-Man episodes based on me going to that. And it was 24 hours of watching all of the Spider-Man movies. So it was 1, 2, 3 with Toby, the two Amazing Spider-Man films, this first Spider-Verse film because the second one hadn't come out yet, and the 3 Tom Holland pictures. There was a Spider-Man in the crowd who was doing flips and shit. The place was packed, and you could feel that everybody had their favorite. So when the first films came up, people were cheering for Toby's name and cheering for J.K. Simmons, and then when we got to the third one and he's doing the strut down the street, everybody got up in their seats and started doing it and getting into it.
That's
and shit.
Cool.
And then Amazing Spider-Man 2, when it cuts to the logo and he's free falling, that fantastic shot. And
best intro.
I've sent Addy a video of it. People were screaming.
Ever.
Yeah, it's really beautifully
has
rendered.
Yet to be done better.
Spider-Man.
Has yet to be done better. Yeah,
I agree. Like I don't think it's looked as good as the Garfield movies, the Spider-Maning of it, and the suit's excellent. But yeah, that free fall, people losing their minds, and there was like between movies, we're all talking about it and stuff, and then there was like little sketches they had between the movies, and it was just such a beautiful day. It's not 24
hours straight, is it?
Yeah, it was a marathon. We just all sat there. I went to sleep during the second Tom Holland one, the Far From Home, by accident. I was doing my best, but it was such a great experience. And I got out. It was probably 7 or 8 in the morning, and I went and got a cup of coffee and was just like, that made my heart feel good.
That's
that
awesome.
People can find love in this stuff, because there's so much hate around pop culture and Marvel shit, and people don't like the Garfield movies, or they do, like, you know what I mean? Everybody rates things, everybody grades things, but in that room, we're all there because we fucking love Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah,
that was really exceptional.
That's cool.
The second one was also at the Astor. Every year they do, a couple of times a year actually, they do a dance party where they pull the seats out from the lower level. There's 2 levels,
you were talking about this on one of your episodes. Yeah,
and they pull those seats out and they put a dance floor at the front, and they show the Talking Heads concert movie Stop Making Sense, which I'd seen maybe a year before for the first time at another cinema, and fucking, like, I've always liked the Talking Heads, but I didn't even know it was a thing. Andrew Dupin from the We Hate Movies podcast talked about it. It's his favorite movie, so I went and checked it out, and I adored it. It's a perfect. It's the best concert movie ever made.
Nice.
And Emily, my partner, and me don't get to go to the movies often because she works so much, mostly nights. And I said, do you want to come? It was like a Sunday night or something like that. And we went there, mate, and the fucking place was packed to the rafters.
Nice.
And I'd never been there for this. I'd never been to the dance party part of it.
Yeah.
All the seats were full. Downstairs, people were dancing and jiving. It was like being at a concert. Between songs, they would clap. The people were singing along. When the female bass player came out, she gets introduced. Everyone went nuts. Like, it was such a wonderful live music experience without it being a live music experience. And we fucking had such a great time. And it was just, those... It's the antithesis of when you go somewhere and people are shit heaps. You know, kids are running around, or people bring fucking skate fish, or or they're fucking fingering each other, or they're talking, or whatever it is. Like, when you go there and it's like we're all, the only thing we really have in common that we know is that we're facing the same way, but we're still there together, and it's beautiful. Like that's what the movies does for me. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. I don't know of any theaters that do that here in America, but I'm gonna check out for that. The only thing I do know is that, like, they'll have concert movies, but it's like the Taylor Swift did it, and Beyonce, and that they're the girls and stuff are just walking around the seats and dancing, or they go. There's a little gap between that front row and the screen. So they're all dancing there and stuff, but that's the only thing I could think of. But not where they remove seats to do that.
They really
that's
get
pretty
into
cool. That's real cool.
It's special. It's really special.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. That's really cool that you experienced that. I'm glad to hear that you went through that. That's pretty cool because that's a unique experience. Not a lot of people that I know have gone through something like that. So that's pretty cool.
There's one thing I would love to do. It's such a Melbourne staple as well. Like, everybody who loves movies and loves music in Melbourne knows about the Astor Dance Party, and the place is packed every time,
It's once a year, you said?
Well, once or twice a year. That depends. They usually do it at the start of the year, but they've done it a bit more recently because the film got a 4K remaster. So they did a whole series of it, and it was people just dancing and jiving. Nice. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Anyway.
There's one thing I want to do. I want to rent out a theater and just, like, invite all my friends and stuff, because I know you could do that, and then you could either, like, pick a movie, but, like, I've seen people take their, like, game systems, and then they all play
That's awesome.
on that giant screen. I'm like, I got to do that once.
I did that at my local cinema, the Cameo. Excuse me. I hired for my 40th and played Ghostbusters and Who Framed Roger Rabbit for my 40th. Yeah.
Yeah, my 40th is next year, and I'm still trying to think of what I want to do for it.
Do it, man. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I kind of want to do it where it's, like, 80s themed, so people got to come dressed up in 80s outfits, because I was born in 86, but I don't know, I'm still toying with it. But that's something I'll think about renting out the theater. That'd be cool. Addie, what's one of your, I guess, like, your all-time favorite memory of going to a movie?
So I have two.
All right, cool.
I'll run through it really quick. So the first Dune movie, Dune
Okay.
Part 1, um, I took all of my friends, I forced all of my friends to go watch this movie in IMAX, opening
Ooh.
night.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was...
Why
we were,
forced?
like-
Did they not know about the movie, or they just didn't
well,
want to see it?
no, and also like we hadn't gone, like our friendship wasn't as close of like we are now.
Oh, okay.
And like some people left and all that shit. But
So it was more forcing
um,
them to do a get together.
well, not then, but like when the second
Oh.
one came out, that was definitely
Oh,
part of
okay.
it.
Okay.
But like then it was like the first time we had gone and watched a movie like all of us together.
Okay.
And yeah, I was going through a really tough time that month as well.
Okay.
And just like experiencing that with everybody there, and just like looking over, like when the massacre happens, and like looking over and like everybody's faces drop. I was like, yeah, like Jason Momoa dead, Oscar Isaac dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that what made it a great experience? Is that you getting to experience that with your friends?
Yeah, like
Was that
it
it?
was like it was IMAX. Like all IMAX
Yeah.
experiences are like divine intervention. So
Yeah. That's cool. And then you said you
Yeah.
had another one?
my other one was in like 2023. I was able to watch all three Lord of the Rings films in theaters for the first time.
Nice.
And
Cool.
I went and watched. I went and watched them with my brother. Like all three. Like he's not a fantasy person. Like
Yeah.
he's more like Fast and Furious and the Flash
Okay.
type guy.
Okay.
Which is like no hate towards that, but like he went and he watched, and like they like it was, this wasn't disclosed, but like Fellowship of the Ring was theatrical release, and Return of the King was theatrical release, but the Two Towers was the extended cut, and it's the longest of the extended cuts.
Oh no.
It's like around 3.5 hours.
Oh shit. And that was on
Um,
top of the other two movies, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's all
no,
together, you said?
we didn't do like 24 hours or like in a day. It was coming out like in a span of 2 months. So like when
Oh,
we watched
okay.
that, we didn't know that it was gonna be extended, and then like the Helm's Deep battle went on for an hour. I was like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is the extended cut.
Yeah,
and it
this
was
seems like
great.
longer than I remember. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. So
Love
what
it.
about that experience made that one of your favorites?
Well, it was like watching the Lord of the Rings, which was like my introduction into fantasy, and like why I love fantasy as a genre.
Yeah.
And like it's shaped me in ways that I can't even fully comprehend
Yeah.
right now. Like it's those are the films that I remember watching, like the first films I remember watching.
Yeah.
So, and
That's
I
awesome.
never thought that I'd watch them in a theater, and like let alone watch it with my brother. So
Yeah.
it was a gift.
That's cool, man.
That's
I'm-
beautiful,
I'm
man.
Really,
It's
yeah,
fucking
that's
beautiful.
really, really beautiful. I'm glad that you got to have that experience, because that's a memory you're gonna cherish for a long time, for sure. You know what? It's crazy how, and that's the great thing, and I think that's probably one of the things I love about the movie theater itself, is that it creates a unique experience, and it almost like you could see we could see movies streaming anytime, or we have the 4Ks, the DVDs, what have you. But if you see that same movie in a theater, it changes the movie a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the size of the surround system or what have you, or just that you're in that environment. It changes a little bit for you. It kind of makes you see the movie a little differently. I think that might be my favorite thing about going to a theater to see a movie. My favorite, no shocker, it was Endgame.
Right on.
Now, I went to go see Endgame with the wife opening day, and we went to go see it way out in the suburbs because my dad was going to watch our kids, and he lived out way in the suburbs, so like an hour and 15 minutes away from Chicago. So we went out there. I had him buy the tickets there, and then he just kept them with him, and then when I dropped off my kids, he just gave me the tickets. So I was like, all right, cool. So we went there, we waited, and we're hearing roars, we're hearing all this crazy stuff happening, right? And we're excited because we got there early. I was not missing a second of this film. So we got there and we're waiting in line, and and then we get let in, and people are dashing down the hall because it's the last theater, and this theater is just kind of a rectangle. So it's theaters it's the main lobby center, theaters to the right, theaters to the left. Ours is the last theater down to the right. So we're like gunning it to get to the theater because then they have the tickets guy where you hand your tickets in is at the door, like right in front of the door. So you do that, and we go in there, we're watching the film, and it was a very unique experience. I've never experienced anything like this, to where it all felt like we were all there together. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like everybody, we were reacting at the same parts of the movie, and the thing that made it special to me is that the parts that got everybody, out their seats and screaming and crazy, we were all doing that together. So like it was, I never had that happen. Like I couldn't hear the movie how loud we were all cheering. Like the stands were shaking. It was so cool, and it's something like I'm like, yo, this makes the movie so much better, and like that all that happened, and that was my favorite thing about it. But then like I was talking about this with Kike. I was like, yeah, dude, what was going on in your theater? He goes, dude, nobody was making a sound. He's like, people were just sitting there watching the movie. He said the only thing that happened was him. He was like, yeah.
He tried to get it going.
He was like, yeah. I think it was like when Cat picked up
golf
Mjolnir.
Clap.
Yeah, he was like,
yeah. Never mind.
Like it was, yeah. He's like, oh, fuck it then. I was like, dude, I feel so bad for him, especially because he's been going to these theaters opening nights every Marvel movie since Iron Man. So like, he's been doing that vividly every single time, and especially like how much of a nerd he is. You know what I mean? And how embedded comics is in his brain. And like for him to miss out on that experience, I was like, dude, I feel so bad for you. I'm like, because that was not my case. I had the ideal experience seeing Endgame. When I watch the movie, I always watch the movie. When I see Cat pick up Mjolnir, I hear that thunder and that roar from the crowd of that theater experience. I'm like, man, I feel bad for him. I'm like, dude, I can't believe you didn't experience that, but it was phenomenal.
That was a stitch in time. Like we've been chasing the high of that ever since, and you'll never be able to recreate that because it was all of us who, a lot of us grew up. Not myself. I was in my 20s when it all started, but kids who were 10 were then in their early 20s when Endgame came. When Iron Man came out, and then Endgame came out, they were now in their 20s. Like that had been such a huge part of their life. Like to then. Yeah, to have like Cap, wielding Mjolnir in particular was a moment. So, it was a really cool. In my Endgame, I'll just say quickly, it's the opening with Hawkeye, and the kids are gone, and then it just cuts, and one of the guys, the most Australian guy I've ever heard, he goes, "Now that's how you start a fucking movie." And he's right. It is how you start a fucking movie, sir. You are
right.
Correct. Yeah,
that's how you cement people in their seats.
5 years later, and everyone went,
that's what got me. I was like, what the fuck? What 5 years? I want to know what happens in that 5 years. I was like, what? But yeah, he's right. That's how you cement people in their seats, for sure. You get them with that. Yeah, that was really good. But
amazing.
Yeah. So the only other thing that comes close to that would be No Way Home, when Andrew Garfield shows up and Tobey Maguire shows up, and then throughout either the end parts of either the fight where he saves MJ, where Andrew Garfield's Peter saves MJ. But yeah, just that cheer of when they're coming on screen, and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, that was like close. That's the closest we could get to after Endgame. And that was awesome. So I got to see that. So I mean, it's just moments like that, that like keeps me going back to the theater. Like, what can happen that's gonna compare to that? That's gonna, make that experience similar to be like, hey, I have another one this happened when I went to see this movie, but either way, it's just like the wife and I. That's our date. Our date night is going to the movies, and our first date was at the movies. I'm sure our last date will be at the movies. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're probably gonna each die in the movie theater just watching a Marvel.
It's worst ways to go, dude.
Right?
There's worst ways to go.
I
think
mean?
like the people need to kind of like remember that it's not. You're not watching a movie. You're not going to watch a movie. Like you can do that on your fucking telephone. Yeah. It's going to have the experience of going to a cinema, and you get your ticket and the drink and your popcorn, and you see all the other people, and what else is coming out, and the trailers roll, and you're in your, you can't be, if you're a decent person, you're not on your phone, you're locked in, and you have it, and you're with your lady, or you're with your man, or you're with whoever you love, and and it just, that's the cinema is an experience. It's why there's such a huge push, for people to go back to the cinema and engage with this art form in its traditional format. It's not supposed to be on television. It's not supposed to be on your phone. Certainly not supposed to be on your phone. Yeah. These things are writ large for a reason. And I know it's more expensive sometimes, and there's a lot of gimmicks around it and shit, but find a nice little cinema that just does good pictures and go back to the movies, everybody. Your life will be richer for it,
Yep, great words. Yep, and like it's something special about it. It creates an experience that you and that person share, and it becomes special, and it can be something that you two bond over, and it's as simple as catching a flick and going to dinner. You know what I mean? Like, nothing better than just having a nice day at the movies, watching something you guys both enjoy, and spending time together. But yeah, 100%. So I mean, that was some of our movie experiences. Let us know some that you guys had. It could be a quick one sentence, or you can DM us or comment a whole paragraph. I don't care. Do what you guys want, but I want to hear about it. But yeah, so thank you guys very, very much for sharing those stories. Those were awesome stories. But guys, let them know where they can find your podcast.
You can find me at the Astor. I'm there all the time, clearly.
Yeah.
You can find us at the Film Addicts Podcast, no space on Instagram, and the Film Addicts Podcast on YouTube. And you can find Riggs on the Stitch Up with Riggs on Instagram, and Film Addict Reviews for me.
Nice. Yeah, and they're anywhere your podcasts are available, because you guys are an audio only. Anywhere on video format? You guys gonna be doing that?
We're talking about it because it's me and my friend Tommy from Podcast Assemble have started a new show that launches a bit later this year called No Country for Old Films.
Plug that real quick. When's that coming out? I've been waiting for that.
Not 100% sure yet. When we want to get a few episodes in the can, we're filming another one next week. But yeah, that's much more like your show. It's a video show. So me and Addy are going to have a chat about it and see if we can kind of, enter the game. I don't understand why podcasts need to have video elements, because all the podcasts I watch or listen to don't. Even if it is, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would anyone want to look at this?
Oh, please. Don't you start that. I could stare at that all day.
Beam for a head.
But real quick, give them just like a quick overview of the new podcast coming out with our buddy Tommy from Podcast Assemble.
Yeah, sure. It's mostly older films, legacy pictures and things like that. The first episode is on Superman 79. We did an episode with Gus from Sequel Suck on The Mummy from 1999. We did one on the original Naked Gun, and we're doing one on The Abyss, cool. Which was chosen by the guest host for that week. And we just talk about it in terms of the effect it had on us younger, and it's sort of like, what's the VHS experience of this,
Nice.
So it's basically just me and Tommy talking filth. It's the Film Addicts podcast with different accents.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Well, we look forward to that. As soon as that kicks off, I will be sure to let the fans know about that. We will all be subscribing to that for sure.
Well, you'll both be on at some stage because it's a guest show. So,
but I meant to get them going there first to check out your first episodes. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, but gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me again. You guys are very special to me and to this podcast. You guys are always welcome, and every time you guys are on, I have a blast. for sure. So thank
Appreciate
you
you,
guys for
man.
joining
Thank
me
you.
yet again. Absolutely. So until the next time, Kike, wherever you are, I am with you. See you on the line. Thanks.
If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Also, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all our new episodes and more.